Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons & Dragons advice video. I'm titling this one, Choose Your Spells Wisely. I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since the mid-70s. I've been running advanced Dungeons & Dragons since 1979. In all that time, I have noticed that high-level spellcasters have a glaring weakness. Many of their more powerful spells are negated completely with a successful savings throw. For example, the 6th level magic user spell Disintegrate. Man, that's a nasty spell. That'll ruin your day in a heartbeat. Problem is, it's useless if the target makes a simple savings throw. The 8th level magic user spell Mass Charm is awesome unless the targets make saving throws. The 8th level magic user spell Trap the Soul is completely useless if the target makes a savings throw. The list goes on and on. The 7th level clerical symbol spells, the 6th level druid spell Feeble Mind, 7th level druid spell Finger of Death, the 6th level illusionist spell Mass Suggestion. All these spells are useless if the target makes a savings throw. Okay. And savings throws are an integral part of the game. Let's not mince words. Everybody has to have a savings throw versus a bad effect, some way of avoiding it. If not a savings throw, then, a dex check or a strength check or something, constitution check, something. They've got to have some way. Otherwise, spellcasters are just absolutely, they become gods at higher levels. And I understand that. But the problem is, savings throws there's a lot of spells out there where if you make your save, you take half damage, and those are cool. There are many lower level examples of these spells that are negated by saving throws as well. One of the most frustrating things a player can experience is using a high level spell, Disintegrate for example, and the target makes their save. It makes the player feel impotent because they wasted an entire round with nothing to show for it. And what good is a spell if the target makes their savings throw? And yes, there's the back and forth of combat. I get that. Sometimes things don't work in your favor. I get that. But an 11th level magic user wastes his round because the target gets a lucky die roll. You see what I'm saying? And a first level player character still gets those saving throws. Magic resistance is a whole different critter because that negates pretty much all magic. But I'm just talking saving throws. What's worse, when you have a high level player character, chances are you're going to be facing high level or high hit die monsters. Their saving throws are much easier to make. Add to that the fact that most high-level evil fighters, wizards, clerics, or thieves have magic items that give bonuses to their saving throws. For example, rings and cloaks of protection, magic armor, some magic shields, etc. The other day, I was running an Oriental character, a Wu Jin, and I want to say it was 11th or 12th or 13th level, something like that. My saving throw versus spell was like an 8. Well, I had, being a high-level character, I'd gotten lucky and found a number of rings and cloaks of protection. I was wearing a cloak and a ring, which gave me a total of a +5 to my savings throws. So I needed a 3, because those are added into savings throws. I needed a 3 to make my savings throw versus spell. You see what I mean? Higher level stuff gets better savings throws. That being said, if you're fighting something that's a high level like that, chances are they've got stuff that'll boost their savings throws as well. So you honestly, at high level, what good is almost any spell when a savings throw completely negates the effect? Any way you want to look at it, if you need the spell to work, if you really want the spell to work, be sure to use a spell that doesn't have a savings throw. Some of them don't have savings throws. Spells like Blade Barrier, Holy or Unholy Word, Bigby's Hand spells, Harm, which is the reverse of Heal, Destruction, which is the reverse of resurrection. Gaius, a death spell. Power word spells. Temporal stasis. Conjure animals. Maze. See, things like that, they don't have saving throws. So, you know, it makes it a lot better when you have spells that can actually affect them. Power word stun is one of my favorites because if you're fighting a big bad guy and you hit him with power word stun, there's no save. And if it is effective on him, then all the rest of your buddies get to go and wail on him, and he can't do a damn thing about it. You see what I'm saying? For X amount of rounds. Used properly, these spells can be the death knell for almost any opponent. Power word stun, I just talked about that one. In my opinion, the higher level you go, the more discerning you have to be. You have to be when you pick your spells for the day, when you memorize spells. That's just no other way around it. You have to be very discerning. Because if you pick a big bad spell that doesn't work, what good is it? You see what I'm saying? And any spell with a save that allows a saving throw that negates the entire spell can be useless just with a lucky die roll. And not to mention if they're a high level character, high level bad guy who has a low saving throw to begin with. You see what I'm saying? So choose your spells wisely. Try to pick things that can be effective whether they have a good saving throw or not. Hope this finds everybody well, and I hope it's helpful. Again, I'm not trying to tell people how to run their game, how to play their character. And if you want to use, abuse, or modify, or completely ignore this, amen. As long as you're having fun. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all. Clarissa Lowe, a historian from the future. Delmore Kane, a Civil War veteran turned outlaw. This oddball pairing faces a conspiracy of epic proportions spanning the centuries. If you like action and adventure westerns with a splash of science fiction and fantasy, check out my book series Drifters and their ongoing adventures.